Hey Starfleet Cooking Academy, welcome to my kitchen, the final frontier. Hope you don't mind that I call you guys all Starfleet Cooking Academy. You don't have a choice. So today we are making apple pie. I've never made pie before, so this is exciting. I've already screwed something up. The recipe says, so I liked this part. Ethan Phillips, who plays Neelix, I assume he's the one who wrote this part, says, let's talk about pastry crusts. Sure, you can make your own. Whip up the ingredients in an automatic bread machine, and then roll it out on a sheet. Sure, you can do that. You could also try to make your gums bleed with your tongue. I mean, do you have all day? I suggest you purchase one of the ready-made pie crusts from the store. You can even get a pre-baked crust. So I was at Meijer, and I was like, hey, Oreo crust? If you can get Oreo crust, why not, right? If that's a choice. And then my wife informed me that this is like a graham cracker crust, and you should only use it if you're like making key lime pie or something that uses a graham cracker crust, or like an Oreo. You see the demonstration? It's like a Cool Whip pie, like the cold pies that you don't bake. And also, if I had read the recipe through, I would have seen that you're supposed to make like a lattice on top. So I needed the dough that you roll out still. Oops. Hopefully the pie will still taste good, if a little bit weird. Then I had to peel and cut and core 6 cups of apples, which was about 3 pounds. I had a 3-pound bag and I only had 1 apple left. So I already did that, so you guys did not have to suffer through watching me. I will show you here. Got that boiling on the stove. Well, it's not boiling yet, but it'll simmer for about 45 minutes until the apples are soft. And that took forever. So spent about an hour peeling some apples this morning. Pie is not worth all that time, but hey, I will be able to say I've made a pie at least. My wife makes pie all the time, which is why I called her and was like, can I use this crust? And she was like, no. She's out of town, obviously. This week is Pie Day. I'll be posting this a couple weeks later, but it was the March 14th for Pie Day, so that's why I was inspired to make pie. My wife loves to make those. I'll try to find a picture and post it at the end of this video. But she's made like pies with the little pie symbol in the vents. She's made rainbow sprinkle pies. She's made like literally award-winning pies. And then I'm over here being like, I don't know what kind of crust to use. So I'm going to try, she suggested I look up a recipe for streusel topping. So we'll try that. I do like Dutch apple pie, which is the streusel oat topping. So hopefully I'll just modify the recipe a little bit and fix my mistake of buying the wrong crust. So once those apples have boiled, I will let you guys know what the next step is. Alright, my apples have softened. They've been boiling for almost 45 minutes. I think I cut them up a little bit small, so they got soft pretty fast. I didn't want them to get too soggy. And now I'm putting in the other ingredients and mixing it for the filling. There we go. It's a tough can opener, guys. So one of the ingredients is a tablespoon of light cream. I have coconut cream here, which hopefully won't change the taste too much. Like I said, we're lactose intolerant here, so try not to use any dairy in my cooking. That includes butter, cream, milk, all that stuff. Some lactose intolerant people can tolerate a little bit, but just to be safe. Ooh, this is like solid. Ooh. Well, it's definitely not light cream. Maybe it's like heavy cream. Hopefully it'll still work. Alright, now add a tablespoon of cornstarch. So weird, it looks like laundry detergent. Very confusing. It's one of the times I'm glad my son is not watching me. I don't want him to think that anything that looks like this is for cooking. Alright. We also need a 1/2 cup of sugar. 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Just get out the cinnamon, guys. Alright, so I'm going to put a half cup of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon in there and then get my pie crust ready. Alright, I'm going to get started on making the streusel topping. But first I'm going to bake the pie for 10 minutes at 450 degrees. Seems like a lot. But okay. Yeah. Cover with another layer of crust. Didn't do that. So we're just going to put the filling into this Oreo crust. My wife also said when I called her about my pie emergency, she's like, I don't think apples and the chocolate flavor of Oreos is going to go that well together. I was like, you're silly. Because apples and chocolate, of course, go together. Chocolate goes with everything. Alright. Then she also recommended that I put this on a cookie sheet when I put it in the oven so that we don't get drips. I make a lot of frozen pizza in the oven. The dairy-free kind, of course. Because my son just gets really jazzed about having pizza because obviously can't have it when they do pizza days at school. And so now there's like dairy-free cheese burnt to the bottom of the oven. Yeah, I should clean it out, but it's a lot of work. Scrubbing burnt cheese off the base of the oven. So I'm trying to be really careful not to burn myself on the sides of this pan. Put all of the ingredients in there. Still got a little bit of cornstarch there. Okay, this is actually gonna fit. When I saw the 6 cups of apples, I was like, there is no way that's all gonna fit in this tiny little crust. But I think it's gonna be just about right. Glad I followed the recipe. I was thinking of not cutting quite as many apples, but they boiled down, and also my spatial reasoning is not the best. So it smells really good. It might taste a little funky because I didn't use the right kind of crust, but hey, it's different, right? Now it's getting kind of warm. Didn't wait. I probably should have waited after the apples were done boiling and getting soft before I started making the filling. I don't know. It didn't say to let it cool. Didn't say anything like that, but sometimes they expect you to use your common sense that you have gained from years of cooking, which I have not done. So again, this is why you gotta practice and learn. And of course, read the recipe all the way through before you get started. Sometimes even before you buy out the ingredients, because then I would have known what kind of crust I needed to get. The kind that you like roll out and make out of dough. But oh well. Like I said, it's my first time making a pie. My goal is always, is it edible? Then I win. Did I make food that can feed my family, that I don't have to throw away? I hate throwing away food because that is very wasteful. There's hungry people all over the world, and we should be mindful and not be wasting food over here. I think Americans waste something like 40% of all of their food. Should I be like packing the apples in or letting them, I don't know. But okay. So I'll let that cool. I'll get a cookie sheet. Let's see if there's one down here. This is a cookie sheet, right? I hope so. Hope my wife doesn't get mad at me and be like, I didn't mean that cookie sheet. That's one of my good ones. She does that sometimes. Whatever. Too bad. Okay, so we're putting this in for 10 minutes, and then we're going to put the streusel topping on and reduce the temperature. Please don't burn. Don't want my house to smell like burnt pie. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm going to make the streusel topping. See, I got like oats and brown sugar. I had to look this up online because, like I said, the recipe was just for regular pie that I did not get the right crust for. So I'm using Earth Balance butter, which is a good dairy-free alternative. I don't notice the difference between it and regular butter. Normal people probably would, but too bad. So yeah, I'm sure it's not very healthy for you, whatever they have to do to make it taste like butter, put chemicals in it and whatever, but we don't use it very often. I'm just kind of eyeballing half a cup here. So I use rolled oats, brown sugar, more cinnamon, flour. It said all-purpose flour, but the only kind we had is bread flour. And I don't know if that is the same. So we'll see about that. This streusel topping might come out a little bit weird. And then it says to just mix it until it's soft. I'm trying to look at the recipe, but the recipe's on my phone because I looked it up on the internet. Thank goodness for the internet. Save the day when I mess up something. Alright, so I'm going to keep mixing that up until it's soft and crumbly. Then I'm going to put it on top after about 10 minutes. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Now I have successfully made my streusel topping. I don't know if I should have used like an electric mixer or something. It's not super well mixed. Some people are going to get big chunks of brown sugar. But whatever. It's not the end of the world, right? So the pie's been cooking for 10 minutes, or baking for 10 minutes. Sorry, I know they're kind of different. And then I'm supposed to sprinkle the streusel topping on. Again, this is now diverging from the Star Trek recipe. It smells amazing though, mostly because of the chocolate crust. So I think maybe it was a good choice to do the chocolate crust, even though it kind of totally messed up my plans for actually making pie. I had to improvise, but hey, good practice probably to improvise. So, sprinkling the streusel topping on while I wait for the oven to cool down to 350. It was at 450 for 10 minutes. And then I'm baking it at 350 for 35 to 45 minutes, which is about the length of an episode of Star Trek on Netflix, you know, without the commercials. So, perfect. I'm going to go watch an episode while I wait for the pie to bake. Maybe that's why people like baking pies, because it takes a while to get ready, yeah, but it also takes a while to bake. And then you're like, I can't do anything, I need to watch my pie. But you're actually just watching TV and checking on your pie occasionally. I bet that's why people say they like baking pies. Alright, so, I'm not sure if you can see that. Almost got it covered. Just put a little bit more on there, and then I will let you know what my family says. It's going to take a while to cool down after I finish baking it, but like I said, I think it'll be edible at least. So, first time making a pie, that's alright. That's all I ask.